Well, good evening and welcome to the Arbor Hills Nature Preserve in Plano, Texas. Tonight's exercise is really more of an announcement. It's not really an exercise. NITECORE contacted me about a new product they are about to release because of my activities in search and rescue. And if you've seen any of my SAR training videos, you've listened to me talk about the importance of signaling, and a whistle, of course, is a primary device. I'm always first and foremost insistent on you having a mechanical whistle because, of course, as long as you have breath, you have the ability to signal. The NITECORE has sent me a lot of gear. They really wanted me to do a product announcement. Because of the partnership we've had in the past, I did want to be accommodative. So I wanted to show you this new NWE10 electronic whistle. It is rechargeable, as you can see on the box, 126 decibels. I have tested it. It is very loud. I do not have a decibel meter, but I do believe in the number on the box. Now, it's more than just a whistle. It also has a beacon mode and an SOS. Couple interesting ways to carry. You've got this standalone clip on the back, so it's pretty easy to attach to a strap of your ruck or maybe to a pocket or something like that. This accommodates a MOLLE attachment. I did try it, seemed to work okay. And then I noticed this. I didn't see anything about it in the user manual, but it impressed me that you could run a belt through there and possibly carry this on your belt. Well, I'm going to try it tonight. I have to go out and do something in the field. I feel weird not doing some sort of field test. Now, usage is pretty easy. Press the button, you get the sound. I'm not going to do an obnoxiously loud sound on video. You can get quick presses for just quick sounds, and then press and hold for continuous beeping. And if you press and hold for 10 seconds, it goes into SOS mode. And I believe the SOS will repeat approximately every 3 minutes. Now, I know some people are going to ask, well, why would I need this? I've got a mechanical whistle, and that's great. I'm glad to hear that. I have several of them. I did have a person ask me a question one time regarding a whistle. He says, well, I've had a couple accidents out doing extreme hiking, and there's one case where my right arm was pinned. I couldn't get to something like on the right strap of my ruck, and I couldn't reach to the left, so what happens if I have the type of injury that makes it difficult to either get to a whistle, or what if I have a chest problem where it's hard for me to blow consistently for a considerable period of time? So that tends to be the rationale for the electronic. It might be a good emergency alarm for joggers. I don't know. I'll let you think up your own use cases. I do want to accommodate NITECORE, make this announcement. It is a very interesting product. So what I'm going to do in the next segments is, first I'm going to take this and I'm going to clip it on my camera bag. Now, just off camera here to the left, I got my Segway E3 Pro. So I'm going to go out, take a couple laps. With the Segway, I'm going to be moving my upper body around a lot. I want to see how well it stays attached. I want to see how easy it is to get to the button without pushing it, of course. Then in the second lap, I'm going to take that off, put this on, and I'm going to give belt carry a try and see if my idea works. All right then. I don't need to wait for the sun to go down for this, so let's get started. And I'm here at the observation tower for a quick stop. That's how I've been carrying it when I put this on. This puts it comfortably below my right shoulder. The only reservation I have that while it didn't move at all, and I do have to move my hand across the outside of my strap, I can't be messing with my ruck and then accidentally activate. That still puts it pretty close to my ear, 126 decibels around or just below your right shoulder, maybe around the top of the pectoral muscle. If memory serves, 120 decibels is like a police siren. So that's something you got to think about for on-body carry. That's why I kind of like, for that scenario, the belt option, or maybe in a lower pant pocket or something like that. But I did want to at least try that. I'm going to finish out the lap in this configuration. I'm going to stop and take my ruck off and then put it back on a couple times. Hopefully I won't have any accidental activations. And then I'll try belt carry for the second lap. All right, roughly back where I started, time for the second lap. I'm going to belt carry this time 2 ways. First, physically attached to the belt. Then when I reach the observation tower and take a break, I will try just direct clipping to a belt loop. All right, there it is. Don't know if it is going to come out that great on the iPhone, but I had no problems with belt carry, even though I've got stuff in this pocket and I access this gear, no accidental activations. And as I look out over here, I guess I'm going to go ahead and close out this summary. I suppose on-body carry is okay in the sense that you would always have your gear in a fixed location. You always know how to get to it. But you would also have that loud noise going off close to body. If it's a mechanical whistle, you can simply put the whistle in your mouth and use both hands to cover both ears. You do not have that option here. In my mind, the most useful aspect of this device is that SOS. It allows me to go to a position near to where I am, set this up, put it in SOS mode, and no matter what, I've got an SOS working for me practically all night. I'll let you make up your own mind. I do want to thank NITECORE for sending me the pre-release product and for recognizing and supporting the work that I do in night search and rescue. And as always, until the next review, thank you very much for your time and thank you for watching the video.